What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again here to bring you guys yet another Dokkan battle video today, and we are going to be covering the EZA Awakening, the Super EZA for physical full power Frieza. Now, I think a lot of people are kind of like disregarding this event altogether because of Sparking Zero's release, but I think, you know, a lot of people need to still do this event. This Frieza with the Super Extreme Z Awakening is actually incredibly good. So I have done, I've got all the medals. I just need to do one more run in order to get it done. So I'll show you guys the team that I've got organized now. I had to do a lot of farming in the morning here to make sure that I could actually get the Goku Extreme Z Awakening, because there is a new Goku here, this one right here. He did Extreme Z Awaken with the Frieza's Super Extreme Z Awakening releasing simultaneously. This guy is not like the best ever, but basically if you're at low HP, he just does more damage. That's kind of like what he does. He does have the capabilities of recovering. He does have the ability to be super effective against old types. Nothing too crazy, but it is a relatively old SSR, so I think that most people probably have relatively good investments into him. I actually had to Extreme Z Awaken this Goku, the Namek Goku. He is like probably one of the best units you can use in this fight, because characters that are Planet Namek get the bonus, and I think one of the missions as well, you need to complete it with 3 characters that are Extreme Z Awakened, and you need to complete it with like 3 characters that are what is it, like on transformation boost category. So this Goku helps you with that. He also is just like max boosted in this event, so you want to be using him. In terms of the team here, this is not the most optimal team out there. I really just don't have that many good characters on the Planet Namek saga, and to be honest, there's not a lot of good characters in the game for this team in order to take on this content. But let's go ahead and run it here and see if we can get the job done. I mean, this team has been working relatively well so far. It's not going to be a very fast victory. A lot of these Extreme Z Awaken stages are very tanky, and they have a lot of damage reduction and all that kind of stuff. Even if you have like the max boosted team, like the quote-unquote like optimal team to take on this content, it still can be pretty rough in terms of getting it done. Now, in terms of what we've got here with the rest of the squad, we've got some pretty interesting choices. I do think that if you are using this Namek Goku as your leader, then a character like the Strength Goku and Vegeta that fuses into Vegito, that's a really good option for this team, despite the fact that they're not on the Namek Saga category. They're just a really good character that works under the Goku leader skill, because Goku not only boosts characters on the Planet Namek Saga category, but he also will boost characters that are in the Super Saiyans category, and you got a pretty good array of characters in that. So obviously you got this character, the Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Vegito from the Majin Buu saga, but there's also the recently released Super Saiyan Gohan from the Broly Resurrection movie, and he's also a pretty good option to use too, because he just does a ton of damage. You can use his active skill if you get deeper into the fight as well. I have actually got the Vegito fusion to activate in this quest as well. This Frieza does hit relatively hard at times, so there have been opportunities for me to do that. Also, I am using the full power Frieza LR, and he does have the ability to reduce your own HP. So if you fall below that 77% threshold, then that's going to be really good. In terms of what we've got here, we will definitely put Namek Goku at the front, because Goku does build up his passive every time he takes a hit. What is it? It is, he gets attack and defense plus 30% with each attack received up to 59%. So he basically needs to be hit twice to be fully built up. So he'll be fully built up before this first attack here, which is great. Pick up those strength ones for Gohan, and then Frieza, we do want to have our health reduced a little bit here, but you also got to be careful, because you don't straight up want to die, so that can be a little bit of a problem too. But, you know, this Frieza is really good if you have the Prime Battle LR Frieza, which most people should have, but personally I haven't got him yet. That is also going to be a really good way to link with the full power LR Frieza to make sure that that character just hits way harder. But things are looking pretty good right now. So here we got Gohan. Only a 3.9 million attack stat, so of course he'll be able to stack every time he does an attack. That will be raised quite considerably. So will he get another super? No. Additional normal. He does miss out on a secondary super attack, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, so this is also another thing that I had to do before recording this video is this LR full power Frieza. I actually didn't even have awakened. I had like 2 dupes or like a dupe in the Frieza, but I actually never had it awakened, which is kind of crazy. But it is awakened now, which is good. We will definitely keep the Namek Gokus linked together, because that will be probably the most optimal way here. I mean, they don't have everything linked up here. They don't have like the best links, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go ahead and use this. And then we have... I think this is okay. We only need... Because these guys are only TUR, so you don't even have to worry about having, like, the crazy orb investments into these guys. You know, you can only just use, you know, whatever you want. Just as long as you get to that 12 key, right? But with the LRs, of course, you want to get to that 18 key super most of the time anyway. Okay, so things are looking pretty good, though. I mean, we're not even halfway through this battle. I mean, this Frieza is just incredibly tanky. He's just very, very annoying. Otherwise, you do have to use, like, really weird scenarios in order to do crazy amounts of damage. But due to the way that this quest is kind of built, you basically have to use these types of units on your team in order to actually do damage. Otherwise, you just have huge, significant amounts of damage reduction. Okay, so Frieza's going to hit us with a super attack, but Goku's going to dodge it. I did actually invest some dodge into that Goku because I just felt like it, you know. But dodges are just super important, honestly. It's funny because when I played back in like 2020, 2019, 2018-ish, no one used dodge on anything. Like, there just wasn't a reason to use dodge, but considering how powerful some of the enemies in the game are these days, dodge has become probably the most useful and the most important of the hidden potential system abilities. I did opt to put this Goku and Vegeta that fuse into Gogeta from the Janemba film onto the team. I didn't really have any other good strength units that would kind of fit that role, so that's what we did. Look, we could use the active skill of Gohan, but I think I'm not even going to use it because that's kind of a cheat mode. We're not going to do that. Let's go ahead and keep Namek Goku up front. Let's actually put Vegito in the middle because I feel like we are going to have our HP lowered pretty low eventually, which means we should get access to the fusion. I would love to get access to the fusion in this video, but it's just not consistent enough. You know, you have to be at 77% HP or lower when they return. I think it's on the 4th or 5th turn. It might be the 3rd turn, but I'm pretty sure it's the 4th turn, and you have to be below 77%. So it's not super consistent to get to. Okay, what do we got here? We're gonna have Vegito go, or Goku and Vegeta. They should double super at least. And I don't think we're going to be able to get Vegeta to fuse in this video, which will be a bit of a shame, but we'll see what happens. Unless we get, like, if we get hit by a super attack in, like, slot 1 next turn, but I think they might die. Well, they're getting very, very close to being dead here, honestly. Okay, there's still got basically 2 full health bars left. We do have Gohan to go as well, and he's attacked twice so far. So this is his 3rd attack. He's already at a 10.5 million attack stat. If he does get another super, should actually go up by quite a lot as well. Okay. He does get the secondary super, so the 12 key super is at 10 million. So yeah, he's pretty stacked up. Okay, and then we've got basically 1 more health bar left. Okay, and then another 12 key super. He's at 14 million attack stat now. Super, super strong. And he's only got half a health bar left, so yeah, this is pretty much over. This is crazy. This is the first time, the entire time that I farmed this Frieza event, that the Namek Goku hasn't gone Super Saiyan. That's crazy. We've gotten pretty lucky with everything in this video so far. And this is going to be Frieza's final turn. And we'll finish it off with Namek Goku, it looks like. And we do get supered in slot 1, which is what I was saying could happen. Yeah, and we tank it anyway, like it just didn't really do that much damage. That's crazy. We did really, really well here, honestly. Like, as I said, like, usually Namek Goku definitely goes Super Saiyan. Like, we actually take quite a bit of damage, but it just didn't happen this time around. And there we go. We got the victory versus Frieza, so that's awesome. So now we have all of the medals required in order to get Frieza to the Super Extreme Z Awakening. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll be back. Alright, so we got the Frieza full power to Extreme Z Awaken, Super Extreme Z Awaken. We have the super attack here, immense damage, defense plus 30%. For 3 turns, so that's actually really good, and getting multiple super attacks will be really good. So I do have 1 dupe in it. I don't have many copies of this Frieza, but obviously the passive skill is the big thing here. So key 3, 150% attack, just flat out. He does get 300% attack and 150% defense when he does a super attack, so definitely not really a slot 1 character. He also does 50% damage reduction starting from the 5th turn of this character's entry turn. Damage reduction rate minus 10% with each turn passed, no more than minus 30%. So you get that 50% damage reduction, and then it will passively get weaker as time progresses. He does get also 150% defense and 30% damage reduction as the first attacker in the turn. So there is possibilities for him to do it, but honestly, I just don't think he will be a relatively good slot 1 character. He does have 150% attack and defense when performing a super attack in the second or third, as the second or third attacker in a turn, so I think he's definitely going to be a better slot 2 or slot 3 character. Considering how strong characters are these days, he probably will be a slot 3 character that will float in and out. I don't see him being like a mainline unit, honestly. He launches an additional super attack if you have 50% or more when you attack, and if you have 50% or less, then he performs a critical hit when attacking a super class enemy, and he's super effective against all types when he attacks an extreme class enemy. Plus 12 key and 150% attack if there's a pure Saiyan's enemy. So he does a lot. Basically, he has a lot of things going for him. He's going to hit hard. He has relatively good tankiness. And then if you're below 50%, he can potentially crit or be super effective. But if you are above that 50% threshold, you just get an additional super attack. So that's cool. It seems pretty good. I mean, especially when you use that super attack to then grant you 30% defense. If you can double super, getting 2 stacks of 30% defense, plus with what he's already doing, he's going to be a really good slot 2/slot 3 character for being a really good damage dealer as well as being tanky. But that's going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. And if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more Dokkan Battle content, make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.